If you can give me 9 minutes, I can help you fix your brain rot. It is the main reason why you have a shitty attention span, having no energy and not able to achieve your goals. You might be thinking, why the fuck should I listen to you? Fair enough, I'm just a random guy on the internet. But I heavily suffer with brain rot, and I know the deep pain that you're feeling right now. In the last 3 months, I deep dived into the science behind what's happening to our brains. Then I found out how to cure it. By the end of this video, you will not only know what brain rot really is, but also know exactly how to fix it. So what is brain rot? It is not really a disease, but more of a condition where your mind and body suffers because of excessive screen time. These include zombie scrolling, where you pick up your phone and scroll for hours and hours without any emotions, no thoughts, no feeling. You are just consuming reels after reel. Doom scrolling, where you are constantly searching for negative information and bad news. Even if those things upset you, you have this weird desire to keep up to date with all of those things. And lastly, social media, where you keep checking your phone for notification, DMs, likes, comments. Even if you're doing other things in the world, half your attention is on your phone. This isn't just happening to you. 90% of people are experiencing this. I remember one day I was walking, I couldn't focus, so I had this urge to grab my phone and watch some YouTube videos. I knew I shouldn't be doing that, but then I couldn't resist, and then I told myself I'm only gonna watch for like 5 minutes. So I started to watch YouTube shorts one after another. And before I knew it, it was 6 p.m. The whole day was wasted, and I was angry for my laziness. And then I promised myself I'm gonna make up for this tomorrow. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I was motivated. Tomorrow morning comes and I wake up exhausted, feeling groggy, and literally had no energy to do anything. Then I started to watch YouTube shows again. I was stuck in that loop for months, and it was brutal, man. You know, there are always negative thoughts in my mind like, why can't you just quit? You know, it's just a damn phone. But I couldn't control myself. I felt like a failure. I was blaming myself. I was finding excuses for my failure, and it was just a messy life. But only later I realized it's not about willpower or discipline. It's about understanding what's happening to our brains and taking control of it. So what is happening? Well, it all comes down to dopamine, the buzzword everyone loves to throw around these days. When you are scrolling, your mind is going through a dopamine loop. As you have finished watching your content, your mind is building up the anticipation of what the next reel is going to be like. Your dopamine levels are spiking, and the only way to get a reward is to scroll up and watch the next reel. As soon as the next reel starts, your dopamine levels falls and you get a sense of pleasure. But as that reel is ending again, there is a buildup of anticipation again. The only way to reward again is to scroll up again and watch. This loop is going in your limbic system, which is a primitive part of your brain, without anything from your prefrontal cortex or your consciousness. In other words, you are just mindless. Most people might say it is a problem with social media. I don't really think it is. Social media is like fire. You can cook your food or burn down your house. It has the good and the bad. And the bad things will always be there. You know, if you want to completely quit, you can go for it. I don't think that's the best solution because you are leaving lots of opportunities. The real problem is thinking that you have no control over yourself. In the past 5 years or so, we have grown to think that everything is against us, everyone is trying to bring us down. It is not true. There are millions of bad things in life which are so tempting and addicting and so convenient, but you are not doing them. The real brain rot is thinking that, oh, once I break free my internet addiction, then I can start living the life I want. Or I'm so addicted to this damn thing, I cannot control myself. You have to break the idea that the things around you, these situations, your anxiety, these social media, can make you do things that you don't want to do. This might seem obvious for normal people, but for you and me, we didn't realize it. You have control over yourself and no one can make you do anything. And until you change that belief, no screen time limit or productivity hack will save you. So how do you fix it? The most common solution for this is to go outside, to spend less time on your phone. Don't get me wrong, those are good advice, but I don't think it's really enough. You know that those are good things, but you are not doing them. Because it's so easy to engage in these shitty contents, then quit. I needed something that would give me instant results from the day one, so I started experimenting. Then I found out the importance of your first hour of your day. When we wake up in the morning, our dopamine circuitry is like a bottle of sparkling water full of fizz and energy. We can do pleasurable activities like scrolling, that's like shaking the bottle really hard and opening it right away. The fizzes rushes out all at once. Or we could do the boring ones like doing the work. This is not a pleasurable act, so it's like pouring the water out gently. The fizz lasts longer. If you scroll first thing in the morning, the reward you get from doing good things decline. We empty our dopamine, then nothing left to give us anything. On the flip side, when you wake up and do the work first thing, you feel so much better, even though that's not a very pleasurable act. You will have much more willpower to keep working since you are now depleting your dopamine. But when you wake up, jump straight into your most important task. This might seem a bit difficult, and you might feel sleepy and groggy, but it's only for the first 10 minutes, then you would get used to it. There is still one big flaw. Your focus is like this. Your attention span is completely fried from scrolling. Exercise and meditations are very good for fixing this, but it takes a bit too long. With your current attention span, you won't be able to stick to it. I couldn't in the past. There is a better option. It's so effective. You will feel the results just after one session. When I first started to do that, I felt this weird sense of calmness and focus that lasted the whole day, which never happened before. What am I talking about? It's a protocol that combines exercise and breathwork into one powerful routine so that you can do it every day. It has two parts. Part 1 will be a stress test and then part 2 will be a breathwork. Think of it like forging a sword. First, we heat up the blade until it's red hot. That is the stress test. Then we plunge it into cold water to temper it. That's the breathwork. This process strengthens the blade, and just like that blade, you're going to strengthen your mind. So what is the stress test? It's about the maximum amount of push-ups you can do in 1 minute. Why push-ups? It's very easy. You can do it anywhere. And if you can't do push-ups, you can do kneeling push-ups. It's not about how many push-ups you can do. It's about how hard you push yourself in 1 minute. For a beginner, 10 push-ups in a minute might be brutal. But if you're fit, maybe like close to 50 push-ups. But for everyone, those final reps will be challenging. Your breathing will be heavy and your heart rate will be elevated. The pain of your body is what removes the clutter in your mind. It forces your brain into the present moment. Now that your fight or flight system is activated, we're going to cool it down by doing breathworks. We're going to do Wim Hof breathing. It is basically doing deep breaths followed by a breath hold. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system and it calms your mind and your body. Here's how you do it. You first sit comfortably, then you inhale deeply through your nose, then you exhale quickly through your mouth without any pause. You do this for 30 breaths. At the end of 30 exhale, you hold your breath for as long as you comfortably can. When you can no longer hold your breath, you inhale deeply again and hold your breath for 15 seconds, then exhale. That's round 1. You do this for another 2 rounds. I'll link to Wim Hof breathing technique so that you can follow along, and it's very easy to learn. This combination of stress test and recovery works wonder. By stressing your body, you force your mind to focus, and by calming it down, you create a sense of clarity. Just do this one session and you will see a massive difference. I can promise you that. And that's it. That's how you fix your brain rot, and let me know in the comment how it went out. I hope you guys get value from this video, and thanks for watching.